Right. So today we are going to do some exercises regarding double entry system as well as dual impact of transactions. No, right. So I told you to write the dual impact of all these transactions as well as record all these transactions to the ledger using double entry principles. Right. So first of all, let's see the first part. Right. Rosiru started a business. Rosiru started a business investing cash 200,000. When Rosiru started a business with investing cash, what happens to the business? Cash in the business increasing. Cash is an asset, cash asset increasing 200,000. Cash assets increasing, debit. Right? Then who gave the cash to the business? The owner. The owner Rusiru. Then it is owned by the owner as well. It means owner's share, otherwise capital also increasing. Capital is an equity. Equity increasing, credit. All the investments of the owner we consider as capital. I told you. This is the first one. Then next one. The owner invested a machine worth 50,000 to the business. Then owner has given a machine to the business. Then machine in the business increasing. Machine is an asset. Asset increasing, debit. Who gave this to the business? There are mainly two parties. There are main two parties provide resources to the business. First one is the owners. Other one, external parties. Always owners share, owners investment we consider as capital, right? So then this one also invested by the owner, then capital is an equity increasing, credit according to double entry principles, right? Next one. Yet again, the owner invested a vehicle to the business worth 90,000. When the owner invests a vehicle to the business, vehicles in the business increasing. Vehicles is an asset. Vehicle is an asset. Asset increasing. Debit. Who invested this? Who gave this to the business? The owner. Then all the investments of the owner we consider as capital. Then capital equity increasing, credit, like this, right? These are the first three, right? So we have to prepare accounts for all these, right? First one, let's see. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value, right? This is a sample of, this is a format of an account, right? Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value, right? So for first one, we need two accounts. What are the two accounts we need? First one for cash and another one for capital. So we need two accounts. So this account I name as cash account. This one is the cash account, right? Another account need. So like this. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Right? We need two accounts. This account, like I name as capital. Capital. Right. Okay. Then cash account here debit, because cash increase. Cash account debit. Debit means left side. Value is 200,000. Then in the cash account left side we record as 200,000 in the value column. As well as in the description we exchange the name of the account, capital. We write the other account's name, the related other account's name. Let's say the date is 1st of 1st. Just right. On the other hand, capital account credit. Credit means right side worth 200,000. We exchange the names as cash, 1st of 1st. Why we exchange the names? Because if we exchange, we can identify the transaction accurately and very simply. No. So now we can read the transaction without using the transaction. When we see the account, we know the transaction. How? Cash account debit. Cash account is an asset account. Asset account debit means asset increase. Asset increase means now here cash increase. In the description mentioned as capital. It means cash increased because of capital. Capital means because of owner's investments. It means owner invested 200,000 cash to the business. That's how we read the transaction using the accounts. From here also we can use capital account credit. Capital is an equity account, so equity account credit means equity increased. Now we know a capital increased. Capital means the owner's investments. Owner can invest capital as cash, as a machine, as a vehicle, as equipment, as furniture. So these kind of resources. So in that resources, we can identify this time the owner invested which one. So now we know here, we know capital credit means capital increase. In which resource? In the description, we can see, right, okay, owner invested 200,000 to the business as cash, in cash. සල්ලි වලින් තමයි ඔන්න මේ පාර ඕන ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරේ කියලා we can see in the description likewise. Right, next one. Machine account debit, capital account credit. So we need two accounts, one for machine, one for capital. We already have a capital account, so no need to create another account for capital. So we can use this. And we need a new account for machine. Right. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. All right, so like this. This account we name as machine account, right? So we need two accounts, machine account and capital account. Now we have both these accounts, right? Machine account debit means this side, left side. Debit, how much? 50,000. As we exchange the name as capital. Then capital account credit, 50,000. In the description, we record as machine. We always exchange the names of the accounts. Then we can easily identify the transaction. Right? So let's see the transaction using accounts. Machine account debit means machine account is an asset account. Always the asset account debit means that asset increased. It means this machine asset increased in 50,000. Who gave this machine to the business? In the description, we can see as capital. Then we know, right? Owner gave this machine to the business. Owner gave this machine to the business because it is capital. In the capital account also, we can use like that. Capital account credit means capital increased. In which capital owner invested right now? This time, in which capital the owner invested? In the description, we can see as machine. It means before the owner invested in cash, and now the owner invested in a machine. Right? This is how we read transactions. That's why we exchange the names of all these accounts, right? Next one, vehicle debit and capital credit. We already have a capital account, so we need to prepare only a vehicle account, right? Vehicle. Right? Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. I name this account as vehicle account. Vehicle account. We need two accounts then. Right? Okay, then vehicle account debit. Vehicle account debit means left side amount is 90,000. In the description, we exchange the name as capital. And capital account credit 90,000. We exchange the name of the account as vehicle. Right? This is how we record this. Then when we see the vehicle account also, we can see like that. The vehicle is an asset, so asset account debit means asset increase. Now we know vehicle increased. How this vehicle increased? In the description, we can see as capital, right? Then we know the owner invested a vehicle to the business, right? In capital. In capital also, we can say capital account credit. Capital account credit means capital increased. Which capital the owner invested right now? In the description, we can see as owner invested vehicle right now as capital. This is how we record all these, right? I hope you understood. Am I correct, guys? Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, very good. If any clarification, you can ask me, right? No problem. Right, next one. First one, obtain a bank loan, right? Obtain a bank loan. What happens when we obtain a bank loan? Tell me someone. As a bank loan, we receive cash. As a bank loan, we receive cash. Then what happens? Cash in the business increasing. We receive cash, then cash in the business increasing. Cash is an asset. Cash asset increasing, debit. On the other hand, a bank loan liability, a liability increase called bank loan, then bank loan liability increase. Liability increasing, credit. So we need two accounts, one for cash, one for bank loan. Cash is already here, so we need a new account as bank loan. So I name this account as bank loan. Right. So cash account debit 250,000. So here this side debit side 250,000 as the extend the name of the account bank loan. Then bank loan account credit 250,000 as cash, like this. So let's read the transaction. Cash account debit means cash account is an asset account, then cash account debit means asset increasing. Cash increase, it means cash increase. Ne? Okay, then how the cash increased? Because of a bank loan. Now we know this 250,000 received from the bank as a bank loan. It means we have obtained a bank loan worth 250,000. This is how we read the account without a transaction, without seeing a transaction. Bank loan account also, this one also we can see. Okay, bank loan is a liability account. Liability account credit means liability increasing. Now we know a bank loan increased in cash in 250,000. It means we have obtained a bank loan worth 250,000. Right? Okay. I hope you guys got this, right? Next one. Electricity 4,000, right? When we pay electricity, cash in the business decreasing. Ne? Cash in the business decreasing. Cash is an asset, cash as a decreasing credit. Then on the other hand, the electricity increase always, even monthly electricity charges, what happened? Always increasing. Ne? Electricity is an expense increasing, debit. So we need two accounts, one for cash, one for electricity, right? So I'm going to prepare an account for electricity. Electricity, right? Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value, right? So here cash account credit, electricity account debit. Cash account credit means this side how much? 4,000 as electricity. Exchange the names of the account. Cash record as electricity, electricity record as cash. Then electricity account debit 4,000 as cash. Right, let's read the transaction. Cash account credit means cash decreased. Now we already know cash account is an asset account. Asset account decreased. Credit. Okay, then it means cash decreased because of, for what we spend cash. Cash decreased means we spend for something. So for what we spent for electricity. It means we have paid electricity charges worth 4,000. We have paid electricity charges worth 4,000. Right? Okay, in next one also, okay, we can see electricity is an expense. Expense debit means expense increased. Expense increasing debit. Then, okay, 4,000 electricity increased and we have paid in cash. That's why it is in the description as cash. Right? Next one, rent received. When we receive rent, as rent we receive cash. So it means cash. When we receive cash, cash in the business increasing. Cash is an asset, asset increasing, debit. On the other hand, rent received means it is an income. Rent income. Rent is an income. That income increased. Income increasing, credit. So we need two accounts, one for cash, another one for rent income. We already have a cash account. So now we are going to prepare rent income account. Rent income or rent received, both are okay, right? No problem. Date, description, ledger folio value. Date, description, ledger folio value. Right? Cash account, debit. It means left side, how much? 15,000. 15,000 as rent income, rent income, rent income or rent received, no problem. Then rent income account, credit 15,000 as cash. Right? So we know how to read, no? Cash debit means cash increased because of rent income. It means we received a rent income. That's why cash increased. Right? That's how we read this. Next one, drawings. Right? When we draw, see, so normally there are two types of drawings mainly. First one, cash drawing. The other one, stock or goods drawing. Yes, Puta, if any question you can ask, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Puta.
Sir, for that rent income account, can we write rent received account?
Yes, of course. I told you before, ne? Rent income or rent received, both are okay, no problem, right? Rent income is also an income account, right? Rent received, right? So it's okay, right? You can use even rent income or rent received, no problem, right? Both are okay. Any clarification? Yeah, right. Okay. Drawings. There are two types of drawings. We can drawing means the owner takes something from the business for his or her personal consumption, right? So owners draw sometimes cash for personal consumption from the business, and on the other hand, the owners draw goods from the business for their personal consumptions, right? If somewhere they have just mentioned only drawings without any adjective or some kind of a thing, then it is a cash drawing, right? So just drawing means it is a cash drawing. It means owner has taken cash from the business for personal consumption, right? So when the owner takes cash, when the owner draw cash from the business, cash in the business decreasing. Cash is an asset as a decreasing credit. On the other hand, what happens? The drawings increasing. Drawings increasing. Drawings means when we draw, what happens? The equity decreasing. When we draw the equity decreasing, then drawings increasing means equity decreasing. I think you got the point, right? When we draw from the business, when we do drawings, what happens? We take the things which we have invested before, or we have taken from the owner share. When we invest the owner share or equity increasing, when we draw the owner share or equity decreasing. So we are increasing drawing means our equity decreasing. We are increasing drawing means our equity decreasing, right? So then equity decreasing, debit. So we need two accounts, one for cash, another one for drawings. Right. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Right. Then drawings account, debit. How much? 2,000. 2,000 as cash. Use the other account name. Ne? Then cash account credit 2,000 as drawing. Right? When we see this, we can see right cash account credit means cash decreased because of drawing. All right. Then we know owner has taken 2,000 cash from the business for his or her personal consumption. This is how we read this. Right. Next one, paid salary 23,000. When we pay salary, cash in the business, we pay salary in cash. Then when we pay cash, cash in the business decreasing, assets decreasing, credit. On the other hand, salary is an expense, salary expense increasing, debit. So we need two accounts, one for cash, one for salary. We already have a cash account, so no need to write, draw a cash account again. We can use it. So we have to create a new account for salary. So for here in the ledger, each and every main elements we have to maintain separate accounts, separate sub accounts one by one. As an example, under assets. So before in the accounting equation, all the assets we record under assets. We recorded all the assets under assets, right? But here we can't do like that. We have to maintain individual accounts for each and every assets, each and every liabilities, each and every expenses, each and every incomes, each and every equities, right? We have to maintain individual accounts one by one. Not only that, we have to maintain individual accounts for debtors and creditors as well, right? We can't put all the creditors in one account, name in creditor. Why? Because then it will mix up our credit transactions, right? I will explain you how it will be mixed when we record all the creditors in one account, right? I will explain. Okay, so this one, paid salary, yes. Then we need to account for salary. Date, description, මේක දැන් දිගටම කරගෙන යද්දි ටික දවසක් ඔටෝමැටිකලි මේ ෆෝමැට් එක මතක හිටිනවා. right? අමුතුවෙන් පාඩම් කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ, right? Date, description, ledger folio, value. Right? Then cash account credit 23,000 as salary. Then salary account debit 23,000 as cash, right? So when we see this, okay, cash account credit, okay, it means cash decreased. It means we have paid for something. We have paid salary. In the description we can see as salary. It means we have paid salaries, right? So this is how we record these kind of things, right? I hope you understood. So if any questions, you can ask me right now, because now we are going to enter for a new one, right? We are going to learn about purchase and how we record purchase in the accounts. So before that, you can ask me anything, right? So till then, hurry up. If any corrections, you can do it. Hurry up. right? Hari. So now we are going to learn about purchase, right? So in the accounting equation, we record purchase like this, ne? Let's say this is assets equal equity plus liabilities. So when we purchase something, what happens? This is just purchase means nikamma purchase it is a cash purchase. Ne? It means we give 15,000 to someone and we obtain a stock. Then we give cash means cash in the business decreasing. Then cash is an asset, so under assets decreasing 15,000 as cash. On the other hand, instead of that 15,000, we take 15,000 worth of stock. That stock also an asset. So both assets. So we record both cash and stocks under the assets. So in the same side, we can record both dual impacts. This is how we record in the accounting equation the purchase, right? We always consider the purchase in stocks, right? So we are using the stock concept in accounting equation. But in accounts, we are not considering about the stock. We are considering about the activity. I think I have told you about purchase. Ne? The things which we purchase for resale, we consider as stock. The activity which we purchase to resell, we call as purchase. So in accounts, we consider the activity. In the accounting equation, we consider the thing, right? Now here we are considering the activity here, the purchase, right? So when we purchase something, you already know cash in the business decreasing. Cash is an asset as a decreasing credit. On the other hand, what happens? Purchase increasing. Purchase increasing means the things which we buy increasing. Ne? Yeah, when we purchase something, when we buy something, it's increasing. Ne? Increasing purchase. We can decrease purchase. Ne? අපි ගන්න මිසක් අපිට දෙන්න බෑනේ. ඒක if we sell it, it is selling නේ. අපි because sales වෙනවනේ, right? We can consider that as purchase නේ. So only if we are buying, we can consider it as purchasing. So we can reduce it. අපිට අඩු කරන්න බෑනේ නේ. එන්න ගන්න වැඩි වෙනව මිසක් අඩු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So always purchase increasing, right? Then purchase, when we buy something, purchase increasing. Purchase is an expense. Expense increasing. Debit. This is how we record purchase in the accounts, right? Cash decreasing, we pay cash, and purchase increasing. Purchase is an expense. So for here in the ledger accounts, we consider this as a purchase. So we already know purchase is an expense, right? So we need two accounts, one for cash, one for purchase. We already have a cash account, then we prepare a purchase account. Right. Cash account credit. How much? 15,000. Okay, 15,000. Name as purchase. On the other hand, purchase account debit 15,000 as cash. Right. Okay, let's read this. Let's read this. Cash account credit. It means cash decreased. We paid for something. For what we paid? A purchase. It means we have obtained a stock. We have purchased a stock to resell. So we have spent 15,000 to purchase a stock to resell. Right? This is the transaction. It means cash purchase transaction. In the purchase account also, purchase increasing means expense increasing. Then debit. So now it means purchase increase. And we have paid it in cash. So in description we can see we have paid this for this in cash. We have already paid because that's why it is mentioned as cash in the description column. Right? This is how we record purchase, especially cash purchase. Right? Understood, all of you? Namai? Understood?
I can't understand that.
All right. Do you want me to explain it again?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Let's say, so purchase. So when we purchase, what happens? We have to give cash. This is a cash purchase. So for all the cash purchase, we pay cash. So when we pay cash, what happens? cash in the business decreasing. Cash is an asset decreasing, credit. You understand this? On the other hand, we take a stock. We take a stock. In the accounting equation, cash decreasing, stock increasing. You already know this. Both are assets. So we record both these under the assets in accounting equation. The concept we use in the accounting equation is like this. We are considering purchase as a stock. We are always considering about it as a stock because it has an asset. But here we consider this as an expense, right? Let's say this, the things which we have purchased, let's say we couldn't sell it yet. අපි සල්ලි දීලා ගත්ත මොනවා හරි ස්ටොක් එකක් අපිට තාම විකුණ ගන්න බැරි වුණා. Till we sell it අපි විකුණන තුර එක මොකද්ද අපිට? It is අපිට එක වියදමනේ අමතර ගෙවපු ගාණක්. විකුණු නැත්තම් අපරාධ මේකට වියදම් කරේ. අපමරාධයක් කරගත්ත මේ වටින්නේ නැති විකිනෙන්නේ නැති බට්ටියක් ගියාලානේ. අපි එහෙම හිතනෝනේ. Alright, this is an expense. So we already know when we purchase something to resell, it is considered as purchase. Ne? අපි මොනවා හරි නැවත විකිණීමේ අරමුණෙන් ගන්නවා නම්, if you are buying something to resell, we call it as purchase. අපි ඒකට කියන්නේ ගැනුම්. In single we call ගැනුම් කියලා, right? So purchase is an expense. So when we buy something, අපි මොනවා හරි ගන්නකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය මොකද වෙන්නේ? වැඩි වෙනවා. Purchase increasing. අඩු වෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. අපි දුන්නොත් නේ අඩු වෙන්නේ. දැන් හිතමු let's say I purchase 10 kg rice packet from the store. Kilo 10 හාල් packet එකක් ගත්ත store එකෙන්. So when I purchase මොකද උනේ? Purchase ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වුණා. නේ? මම when I return it අන්න ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය අඩු වෙනෝනේ. I can't return it normally. We can't return it නේ. We can return it, it's not a problem, but we can consider this as in the same thing, right? අපි ඒක දාන්න වෙනම return inward outwards කියලා වෙනම එක තියෙනවා, right? I will explain you, right? So for that here you have to identify, you have to understand the purchase means if you are buying something to resell. So mainly we are buying resources according to two objectives නේ. We are buying resources according to two objectives. අපි මොන හරි මිලදී ගන්න ප්‍රධාන අරමුණු දෙකක් ඇතුව. එකක් resell. නැවත keep a profit margin and resell. Profit එකක් තියාගෙන ලාභයක් තියාගෙන නැවත විකුණනවා. On the other hand, we are purchasing something to use. සමහරවිට අපි මිලදී ගන්නවා buying something to use. පාවිච්චි කරන්න ගන්නවා. So for here, purchase means you know we are buying to resell. So all the resell products we consider as purchase. Purchase, right? The thing is same. Here we consider stock as asset. Here we consider this as expense. Understood? Lamai, understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. If you want me to explain it again, you can ask me, right? No problem. Are you okay? Right. Okay, don't worry. I will explain. I'm usually explaining you about purchase, right? After this question, I will explain you one by one, like right? Okay. Till then, wait. Okay. Okay, then next one. Purchase from Ruan. Purchase from Ruan. Right. It means you know if an individual or a business name mentioned in a transaction, it is a credit-based transaction. So for here, purchase from Ruan means we have purchased, we have taken a stock on credit. On credit. Right. So ඒක කොහොමද අපි දාන්නේ මේක? If we purchase something on credit, මොකද වෙන්නේ? 25,000 we haven't paid. නේ අපි සල්ලි දීලා නැහැ. Only we take stock. Then stock in the business increasing. Stock is an asset. So under assets increase 25,000 stock. And we have obtained on credit now a creditor increasing. Creditor means it is a liability. A liability ණයට ගත්තේ like external parties වලිනේ a creditor Ruan increasing. එහෙමනේ එන්නේ. Right. But in accounts, you know, always this part we consider as purchase. Ne? Stock in a part we consider as purchase. Then what happens? Purchase increasing. සල්ලි දීලා ගත්තා ණයට ගත්තත් ගන්න එකම කරන්නේ. The activity is same. So purchase, even we paid cash or not, purchase is purchase, right? Purchase can purchase for the so purchase increasing, expense increasing, debit. But in the cash purchase, we paid in cash. But credit purchase, we haven't paid yet. Instead of cash, what happened? A creditor increasing. Creditor increasing. The name of the creditor, Ruan. Ruan is a creditor. Creditor means it is a liability. Liability increasing. Liability increasing. Credit like this, right? So always we have to maintain separate individual accounts for all the creditors and debtors one by one, right? It's mandatory because if we use all the creditors and debtors in using in one account, then it will be mixed up, right? So sometimes we record all the debtors and creditors in journals, then we take the total and we take it to the account, right? In the ninth lesson, you can learn it. So till then, just identify this, right? Okay, then purchase is purchase. How much value you know? Then purchase account debit. How much? 25,000. And now we exchange the name as Ruan. Ruan. On the other hand, we need two accounts, one for purchase, one for Ruan. We already have purchase, then we have to create another account for Ruan. Ruan is a creditor. Creditor, what happens? Increasing credit. Then 25,000 as purchase. We exchange the name, purchase. Right. Look at how we read this. Purchase debit means purchase increased. Which purchase? Ruan means we have taken it from Ruan. It means it is a credit purchase. I told you before in last purchase, 15,000 cash means we have taken a stock and we have paid cash too. That's why it is in the description as cash. But here, a creditor's name mentioned in the description. Why? Because we haven't paid it, because we obtained on credit from Ruan. And on the other hand, Ruan is a creditor. Credit account credit means creditor increasing. Credit increasing means liability increasing. How this creditor increased? Because of a purchase. It means we have taken a stock, we have purchased a stock on credit from Ruan. That's why this one increased. Right? Understood all of you? Right? Write this down. I will explain you the difference between that cash purchase and credit purchase. Right? So for that, before that, please recorrect your things. Then I will explain it easily. Right? Hurry up. right? Okay. Write down a topic. Difference between cash purchase and credit purchase. Yeah. The difference between cash purchase and credit purchase. Oh, I am going to explain you the difference. So I'm using T accounts to explain you, right? I'm not preparing accounts like this. I'm only using simple T accounts. Then it will be easy for us to, and it will save our time as well, right? So right, we have a difference between cash sale and credit, cash purchase and credit purchase. Cash purchase. Credit purchase. Right. Example. Just purchase 35,000. And here example. Purchase from Kasun 20,000, right? These are two examples. This one is a cash purchase. This one a credit purchase, right? So this is how we record these. So we already know the dual impact. We already know the dual impact. What is the dual impact here? So when we pay cash, cash in the business, decreasing. Cash is an asset decreasing, credit. On the other hand, the purchase increasing. Purchase is an expense. That expense increasing, debit. So we need two accounts. One for cash, one for purchase, right? How about purchase from Kasun? So when we see Kasun, we know we haven't paid cash, right? Even we haven't paid cash, but we have obtained a stock. We have taken a stock. Then purchase is purchase. Whether it is cash or credit, purchase is purchase. We have already taken. We have already obtained that stock. Then purchase in the account. Purchase is an expense. That expense increasing. Expense increasing, debit. On the other hand, we haven't paid. So we have obtained on credit. Then a liability, a creditor liability increasing. A creditor liability increasing. Here, the name of the creditor is Kasun. Then Kasun, creditor Kasun is a liability. That liability increasing. Liability increasing, credit. So we need two accounts. One for Kasun, creditor Kasun. Another one for purchase, right? This is how both cash purchase and credit purchase behaves, right? So let's record this. Cash account credit here. 35,000 in the description and exchange the names in the description as purchase. In the purchase account, debit, 35,000 debit, exchange the name as cash here. Right? This is how we record cash purchase. In the credit purchase, Kasun's account credit, 20,000 credit, decide as purchase, exchange the accounts, purchase. And purchase account debit, 20,000, description as Kasun, right? This is how we record a credit purchase, right? Then we can see the difference between cash purchase and credit purchase, right? So for in the both sides, in both cash and credit purchases, there are purchase account. Now we already know, even it is a cash or a credit purchase. Purchase is purchase. We have purchase. So then we need a purchase account for both, right? So in the purchase account, if we see in the description as cash, then we know it is a cash purchase. It is a one indication. Cash. In the purchase account, if a person's or business name mentioned in a transaction in the description, then we know it is a credit-based purchase. One indication, right? On the other hand, here in the description mentioned as Kasul means there must be an account for him. Extend on the other hand, the other related account is for a credit purchase, always a creditor company or a creditor person. But as cash purchase, always the other account is cash, because we always pay in cash. Right? This is the main differences between both these. So for both these need purchase accounts, but in the description we can identify whether it is a cash or credit. When we see cash in the description in purchase account, it is a cash purchase. When we see a creditor name in the purchase account in description, it is a credit purchase. As well as on the other related account, we can identify, if we see other account as a creditor, then it is a credit purchase. If we see the other transaction account is as cash, then it is a cash purchase. Understood, all of you? Lamai, understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, okay, write down this, the difference between cash purchase and credit purchase. This one is very important, right? If you are not, you can ask me, then I can explain you it again, right? Because this one is very, very, very important. Right? Okay, hurry up. Right, Putala, finish. Right. Okay, then do this. Make another.
Sir,
Yes, Puta. Yes.
can you explain that again?
Yeah, sure. I will explain. Yeah, for sure. Right. This is like this, right? So cash purchase. In Sinhala we call ganum. Atpita ganum. It means we on the time, at the time, we pay cash. The time which we purchase, we pay cash. And we settle the payment right at the moment, right? So then what happens? So for cash purchase means at the moment we settle the cash, then we pay cash. Then when we pay cash, cash decreasing. Cash is an asset. So assets decreasing, credit. That one okay now, right? And on the other hand, we purchase something. So when we purchase something, that purchase, the things which we purchase increasing. අපි තුමු පාන් ගෙඩියක් ගන්න ගිහිල්ලා ඒ ගමන් තව මොනවා හරි අපි ගත්තා හාල් කිලෝ එකක්. හාල් කිලෝ 5ක්. එතකොට මොකද උනේ? පාන් ගෙඩිය ගන්න ගිය කෙනාගේ පර්චේස් එක වැඩි වුණා. තව වැඩි වුණා නේ. ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වුණා. නේ? පාන් ගෙඩියක් ගන්න ගිය තව ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වුණා. එහෙනම් ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙනවා නේ. අපි ගන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ? පර්චේස් කරන්න මේක ඉන්ක්‍රීස් වෙනවා. It is increasing. So then purchase increasing. Purchase is an expense. So expense increasing, debit. So purchase account debit as cash. Cash account credit as purchase. Right? This is the cash purchase. When we pay cash, it behaves like this. On the other hand, now we have a credit purchase. Credit purchase means we are obtaining goods, we are obtaining stocks, but we are not paying at the moment. We agreed with them to pay it later, right? We agree with the supplier to pay it later. So when we pay it later means that the supplier becomes a creditor. Right? Supplier automatically becomes a creditor because we owe to them. So then we are not paying or we are not receiving cash, even outflow or even inflow cash to the business. Nothing happens with cash. මුකුත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ cash එක. Nothing happens with cash. Even increasing or decreasing, even outflow or inflow. So if nothing happens with cash, then what's that mean? We don't need a cash account. We need a cash account when it is something happening with cash. සල්ලිත් එක මොන හරි වෙනව නම් විතරයි අපිට cash account එකක් ඕන. සල්ලි වැඩි වෙනව නම් හරි අඩු වෙනව නම් විතරයි we need a cash account. If not, we don't need a cash account. නේ? Why we don't need? Because it's not related with cash. නේ? සල්ලි සම්බන්ධ නැත්නම් අඩු වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් not debit not credit නේ. Even not debit or not credit. වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් අඩු වෙන්නේ නම් no need a cash. Instead of that cash account, what happened here? A credit increasing. Purchase is purchase. නේ. සල්ලි දීලා ගත්තත් ඒ බඩු 25000ම ගන්නවා. ඒක ණයට ගත්තත් 25000ට ගන්නවා. කරපු දේ එකයි. බඩු ටික ගන්න. එක පැත්තකින් කරපු දේ same නේ. බඩු ගත්තේ කරේ දෙපැත්තෙන් purchase කරා. That purchase expense increased. Okay. මේ පැත්තෙන් උනේ මොකද සල්ලි ගෙවලා ගත්තා. සල්ලි අඩු වුණා. ඒකයි credit උනේ. අනිත් පැත්තෙන් සල්ලි දුන්නේ නැත්තම් මොකද උනේ? A creditor increased. When a creditor increase, what happens? Creditor is a liability. A liability increasing, consider as credit. A liability increasing, consider as credit. So that's why I record this under a creditor's name, right? Creditor එක නමක් යටතේ මේක දාන්නේ ඒකයි, right? So always for cash purchase සල්ලි දීලා ගන්න ඕන සල්ලි අඩු වෙනවා. ඒකනේ credit වෙන්නේ. මෙතන සල්ලි අඩු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ, වැඩි වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. ඒ වෙනුවට instead of cash, what happens? A creditor increasing. Credit is a liability, so we name the creditor and maintain an account for that creditor. Understood now? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. And to identify these will be useful for us. In the purchase account, if some individual or a business name in the description, then we already know it is a credit purchase, right? In the Kasul, here Kasul means we have purchased 20,000 stock from Kasul. Here cash means we have purchased 35,000 stock on cash basis, right? Not credit. Here, this one, we have purchased this 20,000 worth of stock. This is not a cash basis because we have taken it from Kasul. Description මේ කසුන් තියෙනවා අනිවාර්යෙන් කසුන්ට account එකක් තියෙන්න බෑනේ. එහෙමනේ යන්නේ. We exchange the names නේ. එහෙනම් කසුන්ගේ එකේ දාන purchase දාන්නෝනේ මේ විදිහට තමයි, right? පැහැදිලිද?
Yes, sir.
Right. Others? කරන්න බලන්න මේක. Purchase 40,000. Purchase from Pico 25,000. මේ දෙක කරා. ඉක්මන් කරා. Right, finish. Utala. Have you finished writing? Tell me. Do you want me to explain it again? If need, someone tell me, right? So when we make few questions, then this will be very easy for us, right? So don't think too much, right? First of all, we need the experience. So first, let's have the experience, then this will be very easy thing, right? So nothing to think too much. Right, first one, purchase 40,000. When we purchase, just purchase, and nikama purchase, it's a cash purchase. Then we need two accounts, right? When we purchase, cash purchase, then cash in the business, decreasing. Cash is an asset decreasing, credit. On the other hand, purchase, increasing. Purchase is an expense, that expense increasing, debit. Then we need two accounts, one for cash, one for purchase. Right? Cash account credit, 40,000 as purchase. Then purchase account debit, 40,000 as cash. This is the first one. This is a cash sale. Then purchase from Arpico, 40,000. So when we purchase from Arpico, we are not paying, but we are purchasing. Then purchase means purchase. Then purchase increasing. It is an expenses, that expense increasing, debit. On the other hand, what happens on the other hand? We have obtained on credit. Then Arpico is a creditor for us. Creditor Arpico. Arpico increasing. Creditor means it is a liability. Liability increasing, credit. So we need two accounts, one for Arpico, one for purchase. We already have a purchase account, so nothing to worry about it. So we have to prepare only account for Arpico. Right? So we record purchase debit 25,000 as Arpico. And on the other hand, Arpico credit 25,000 as purchase. This is the credit purchase, credit, and this is the cash purchase. This is the cash purchase. Then you can identify the difference between both these. In the purchase account, both cash and credit purchase, we record in the purchase account in common. The other relevant account is the one which differ. Purchase may dekema purchase on credit or purchase on cash, dekema purchase account එක එනවා දෙකටම. වෙනස් වෙන අනිත් account එකනේ. If it is a cash purchase, we need a cash account. If it is a credit purchase, we need a creditor account. So we have to write down the name of the creditor and prepare an account. Right? Understood? පැහැදිලිද ළමයි? තව එකක් කරමු. Purchase a vehicle to use for the business. 75,000. කරන්න බලන්න try එකක්ද? කරන්න බලන්න. Give it a try. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Right? කරමුද? Purchase a vehicle to use for the business, right? So we know අපි දන්නවා we are buying something on according to main two objectives. ප්‍රධාන අරමුණු දෙකකට අනුව අපි මොනවා හරි ගන්නවා. Something for resale. The things which we buy to resell we consider as purchase. නේ මතකද මම කියලා දුන්නා හරි? නෝට් එක බලා ගන්න හරියට හරි. The things which we purchase to use we consider it as an asset. නේ අපි නැවත විකුණන resell කරන්න ගන්නවා නම් අපි කියමු purchase කියලා දැම්මා. අපි දන්නවා resell කරන්න ගන්න අපි stock එකක්. Always we purchase something to resell we call as a stock or goods නේ බඩු ගන්න විකුණන. සින්නර කඩේ නම් නැවත විකුණන ගන්න හැම වෙලෙම බිස්කට් සබන් පාන් අර මේවනේ. වාහනයක් ගන්න සින්නර කඩයක් use කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරන්න නේ. Right. So like this I have especially mentioned for use for the business. Use for the business. එහෙනම් when we purchase a vehicle අපි මේ වාහනය සල්ලි දීලා ගත්තා මොකද වෙන්නේ? Cash in the business සල්ලි අඩු වෙනවනේ කොහොමද සල්ලි දෙනවනේ. Decreasing. Cash is an asset decreasing credit. On the other hand මොකද වෙන්නේ? සල්ලි දීලා ගන්නේ වාහනයක්. ගන්නේ use කරන්න පාවිච්චියට. එහෙනම් that one is a resource of a business. So then we have to consider it as an asset. එක business එකට තියෙන සම්පතක් නේ වත්කමක්. So then we have to consider it as an asset. Then vehicle increasing. Vehicle also an asset increasing debit. ඇයි අපි stocks ගන්නකොට කෙරුව purchase කියලා දාන්නේ? ඒක අපිට තියෙන සම්පතක් නෙමෙයි නේ. අපිට එක විකිරෙන නතුරු it is an expense වියදමක් නේ. සල්ලි යට කරලා විකිනනකම් අපි සල්ලි යට කරලා අරගෙන තියෙන දෙයක්. සමහර ණයට හරි විකිනනකම් අරන් තියෙන දෙයක්. ඒක විකිනන තුරු අපිට ඒක එක්ස්පෙන්ස් එකක්. විකුණුවාට පස්සේ if we have a profit and income එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක වෙනම කතාවක්. විකිනන තුරු it is a temporary expense නේ. විකිනන තුරු ඒක එක්ස්පෙන්ස් එකක් වියදමක්. මේක අපි we can consider this as an expense. Why? We are using that vehicle. අපි වාහනේ පාවිච්චි කරන එක වියදමක් විදිහට අපිට සලකන්න bad. This one is an asset. So then we need, in this scenario, we need two accounts. You already know, one for cash, one for vehicle, because we are using that. If we are buying something to use, then we can mention the name of that asset to maintain account. Then cash account credit, 75,000. 75,000 as vehicle, then vehicle account debit 75,000 as cash, like this. This is the difference between purchase and other asset purchasing, right? අපි resell කරන stock ගන්න එකයි අපි පාවිච්චි කරන මොන හරි asset එකක් ගන්න එකේ වෙනස ඕක තමයි, right? So if you are buying something to use, then we can use the name of that asset and maintain account for that, right? Understood, all of you? Understood? දැන් accounting equation එකත් එහෙමනේ. අපි stock එකක් ගත්තොත් මොකද කරන්නේ? assets equal equity plus liability. stock එකක් ගත්තොත් cash minus අපි තුමු 10,000 කියලා. 10,000 cash minus 10,000 stock plus නේ stock. අපි වාහනයක් ගත්තොත් මොකද කරන්නේ? stock කියලා දාන්න. 10,000 cash minus 10,000 vehicle plus නේ vehicle. අන්න ඒ වගේ මෙතනත් එහෙමයි. We have to consider this as an asset. We can't consider stock in accounting systems because we are taking that stocks not to use. We are taking that stocks only for resale, right? පැහැදිලි නේද ළමයි? මේකත් දාගන්න. එතකොට it depends on the objective. අරමුණ අනුව ඒක වෙනස් වෙනවා. First of all, we have to consider the objective, whether we are buying to resell or use. If we are buying to use, then we can consider it as an asset. Let's, as an example, we are buying a computer to use, then it is an asset. Then we give cash, cash account credit, cash decreasing, computer account debit, because a computer is an asset, asset increasing, like this. So all the things we can consider like that, the things which we buy to use, right? Hari, හරිද පුතාලා? Finish. පැහැදිලිද මේ ටික? Any clarification? You can ask me if any. Don't hesitate. පුතාලා චුට්ටක් කියන අද කරපු ටික පැහැදිලිද? ළමයි?
Yes.
Right, very good. Niyamai. Right. Any questions? Any questions? Right, okay. So now we are in lesson 6, right? 6th lesson. අනිත් අය තාම සිලබස් පටන් ගන්නවා second term, right? අපි දැන් තුන්වෙනි පාඩම යන්නේ, right? තව ලබන මාසෙ වෙද්දී අපි second term ඔක්කොම ඉවර කරනවා. ගන්නවනේ ඉවර කරලා වැඩි ඉස්සරහට කරගෙන යනවා, right? ඒ වගේම I hope to conduct a seminar this week. This weekend. Are you able to join on Sunday evening? Like 8 o'clock? 8 to 10, like 8:30 to 10:30, no problem. Can you join? Tell me if you can't.
Sure, sir.
Sorry?
Can, sir.
So others also can, ne? 8 to 10? Right, I will add a poll to the group tomorrow after the tomorrow class. Then we can get ideas. And somehow I hope to do the seminar this weekend, right? This Sunday evening, maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe not 9, maybe 8, 7:30, 8:30 likewise, right? Okay. If you guys can, please join, then it will be helpful for you, right? Okay, then Putala, so we are leading the sessions and we are leading the syllabus, so nothing to worry. We have time to recorrect all the things, and we have time to do all the activities and the questions, so don't worry. Please, if you have time, please watch the previous recordings as well, and get ready for next week and the future sessions. Then it will be easy for you to understand all these things, right? And I will explain you about this in the future, in seminars, in paper classes likewise. And not only that, in the next week class also. And nothing to worry, don't worry about the things that if you have any doubts, because when we make questions, when we answer for the questions, we will be used to answer very easily, right? This is a very easy thing. First of all we need is the experience, right? Without experience, we can't go forward. So that's why I am saying always we are doing some papers and the related things to get the experience. So don't worry, all these are only the theories. So then when we answer the questions, all the things will be okay, right? So right, hurry up. Okay, then next, see you next week, right? Let's stop class from right now. Then see you next week at the same time, as well as see you this weekend with our seminar, right? So I hope to I hope to discuss about accounting equation from the beginning in the seminar, right? So I think you had better join with the seminar, right? Okay, then see you. Good night, all of you. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Bye, sir. Good night.